Sega.
This is my escape. I'm running through this world and I'm not looking back. 'Cause I know I can go where no one's ever gone and I'm not looking back. But how will I know when I get there? And how will I know when to leave? We've all gotta start from somewhere, and it's right there for me. The possibilities are never ending. I see it, and now it's all within my reach. Possibility. I see it now. It's always been inside of me. And now I feel so free. And it's possibility. You're losing speed, you're losing your flow. But inside me's a power you'll never know. Let it out, it's inside you. Better all stand back, 'cause I'm coming through. I see it, and now it's all within my reach. It's possibility. I see it now. It's always been inside of me. And now I feel so free. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility.
Hello everyone! I am Super Mario Sonic Lover, and welcome to Sonic Unleashed for the PS3. I did the Wii version 3 or 4 years ago, and that was with a camera, and I should really get to redoing that at some point, and I will. However, as you remember, like a month ago, well, I don't even think it was that long, but either way, you'd know that I did a playthrough of Unleashed HD with the Derpy Muffin. Now, because of circumstances and things not going right and just that kind of thing, it had to be cancelled. So what I ended up doing was deleting all that footage, deleting all those episodes that were up at the time. And I decided to just redo it entirely by myself, because I feel that's the better way to go. I won't drag this on. If you want to know more about this, then watch the update video I put up a little bit ago. That should explain it. I don't want to keep rambling on about this, because I just want to do this like I usually do an LP. With that said, I'm going to be mostly quiet during this opening cutscene, because I feel it deserves to be watched without me having to talk over it. So I'll see you guys for when we actually start the game.
Sonic! I'm sorry. Really, look, go easy on me. I'll turn over a new leaf, I swear. Just give me a chance.
Well, this is new. Showing remorse, Eggman? If you played nice, I wouldn't have to break all your toys.
Gotcha.
What?
Oh, I've waited a long time for this. success! It's just as the Gaia manuscripts foretold! The entity that was sealed within the planet has awakened. Now I just need to harness its power. Eggman Land will finally come to be!
You've really gone and done it this time, Eggman.
Ah, Sonic, that's a good look for you. Festive. So long, friend.
And there we go. That was the opening cutscene. Man, that just... Oh, that's such a beautiful way to open the game. Like, 06's opening was fine, but this trumps it in every aspect. The action is just top notch. The animation is just incredible. Just look at all the stuff happening. Like, you can't say it's not epic. That's a great way to start the game. And thankfully the loading times are much shorter compared to 06. Now the PS3 version has the longest load times, however they still are nowhere near the length of 06's, so that's something. I don't think there's many games you can compare 06's loading screen times to. Even in the in-game cutscenes, there's a lot of expression going on with the characters. It tries its very hard not to take itself seriously, which is really refreshing, especially after 06 and Shadow. And it's just... I like Sonic in this style where, yeah, the premise is kinda dark, not to the point where it's like, aliens taking over, or something. Like, it's an important story in the sense that, oh crap, the world's been torn apart or whatever. We need to put it back together. Yeah, that's pretty serious when you put that into consideration and everything, but it doesn't ever take itself really seriously like some of the previous games did. And I think this is the best. I think this is the best balance, where it has an important premise behind it, but the characters aren't super serious, and they're still lighthearted, and they're still fun to watch. And that's just how I feel with Sonic's story should be. Like, Colors kind of went a bit overboard with the humor, but I still enjoyed that story, but I think Unleashed balanced everything out really well. I think they should make Sonic stories like this from now on. Like, no disrespect to the current writers, but I feel the team for this game did the best job. But that's just me. Anyways, though, this is Chip, a little imp-like creature that can fly. We don't really know anything about him right now. We don't even have a name for him. Sonic names him Chip in the next cutscene, but as of now, he's just kind of there with us. And a lot of people consider him annoying, like the Navi of this game or whatever. I don't agree with that at all. I think he's a brilliant character. He meshes in the humor well. He puts in a cartoony charm to serious parts of the game, which I really like. And he's just an entertaining character in my opinion. I really don't understand the hate he gets. But hey, opinions will be opinions. I'm gonna turn the game down a little bit so it doesn't get too much echo. Anyways, though, this is Windmill Isle Abatos. And right off the bat, you can see the major difference in gameplay from 06 to Unleashed. In Unleashed, you have a boost meter. The rings you get increase the ring energy gauge, pretty much. And you hold square or X as you're playing the 360 version to boost along the path at high speeds. You can upgrade Sonic and the Werehog, which we'll get to eventually. Well, pretty soon actually. You can upgrade Sonic and the Werehog, and you can do things like upgrade the speed, how much ring energy you have, and the strength for the Werehog and stuff like that. I'm primarily going to focus on upgrading the Werehog, purely for the fact that you don't really need to focus on upgrading Sonic. You can if you want to, but for the most part, you're gonna want to stick with the Werehog for that part of the game, because he requires a lot of upgrading if you want to tackle like the harder missions and whatnot. Especially when you get to the DLC, that requires you to pretty much be a maxed out Werehog at that point. So anyways, the basic plot of this game, if you haven't caught on already, is that Eggman lured Sonic into a trap, and he pretty much launched a beam to the Earth, pretty much spreading it apart into pieces, and, well, we don't really have a solution to that yet, but you see, the Chaos Emeralds have lost all their power. I'm gonna assume the positive and negative energy of the Emeralds got drained, because I think that makes the most sense, because the Emeralds were getting drained of all their power. Perfect Chaos only took the negative energy, so they were pretty much drained completely after that little fiasco there. So we have to find some way to restore the Emerald's power and restore the Earth to its former glory. But yeah, Chip here, yeah, Chip. We don't know who he is, and he pretty much has memory loss, so we're supposed to try and get his memory back, which isn't really gonna happen until really late game. So don't think like, oh, I can just talk to a million people, someone will recognize this guy. Nope, that's not going to be the case. But anyways, this is the hub world. This is the first hub world for this game, and can I just say right off the bat, it is miles better than 06's hub worlds ever could be. I mean, it's compact, it's very straight to the point, it's really easy to get to where you want to go, and it's just it's so enjoyable to explore these hub worlds, because it doesn't feel like they're asking for too much of you, but they also have some. They're also fun to explore for, like, sun and moon medals. And I think they're the best size here, because you have the village hubs, which have you let you talk to people while you don't have to. They're there if you want to do that, and it's pretty well done. Like, you have town missions like you had in 06, but they're so much more exciting. Like, they changed level design up for the levels in the game, and it's just so much more fun to play them. However, unlike 06, it doesn't tell you what townsfolk have missions for you to do, so you're gonna have to do a lot of guessing work or talking to people if you want to do that. You never have to do that in the game, so if you really don't care, you don't have to do it, so that's all good. Anyways though, this is the main day level focus, where basically you're going to be travelling at super high speeds and pretty much ploughing through as many things as you possibly can. This is so refreshing after 06, where it was such a slow game. I enjoyed, say what you will about Secret Rings, I enjoyed that game. This is such a huge improvement though, in pretty much every way. I don't understand the hate this game gets. I will get to the Werehog when we get to that, which shouldn't be too far away from now, but this game really doesn't deserve the hate it gets. It's really fun to play in my opinion. It's surely not the best Sonic game ever, but hey. It's really enjoyable and it's just such a fun game to play. There's not a lot to it in the sense that, you know, well, for these early stages, you don't have to really think too much, unless you want to get like an A rank or not get hit. So, I can understand people that say, oh, this game is too easy, it relies too much on being like rhythm focused, like, oh, jump here, attack enemy here, and stuff like that. And, you know, that's fine, people have their own opinions, but this is such a refreshing change of pace from 06. It's definitely not perfect, like I said, this game, it's a new style, so I can understand that it's not fully realised just yet. Like, this style gets perfected in Colors and Generations. So I can understand why it's not too open-ended, in the sense that this is pretty linear, generally speaking. There are some alternate pathways here and there, but for the most part, it's a pretty linear experience. I don't have too much of a problem with that because I'm still having fun. And that's the main thing that I care about. However, I do see the problem that there's not a lot of platforming. Like, Sonic games shouldn't just be focused around speed, they should also be focused around platforming. And for that, I can understand the complaints Unleashed gets for that. Like, it doesn't require that much from the player until later on, which to some extent is fine. Like, if you just don't really want a hard experience, then this will be all for you. But the controls get a bit weird in some areas, like here. It's like it's being inverted, like, don't know what's up with that, but hey. But yeah, Unleashed playstyle gets perfected in Colors and Generations. Great, it was a great way to bring back the Hedgehog though, because he really needed something like this. We needed a game that could show off how fast they could make Sonic go in this day and age. Well, at this point we're a generation ahead, but for the time, we really needed something like this to get back on track. So, yeah, I do like the new things they added though. Like, as much as people talk crap about the Werehog, I honestly don't think he's that bad. Though I'll get into that in a bit.
Don't worry about it. Maybe your memory will come back on its own. Remember anything yet? No. Oh well.
And here we're going into night. Now, every continent has a day and night level. However, you don't necessarily do both stages in night during the first time you go to the continent. You might do the day level there, and you won't do the night one until much later. So yeah.
Sun goes down, I turn into this.
Are you okay, Sonic?
Also, for some reason, the game has frame rate issues when the Werehog is on screen, because you see, whenever it pans over to something else, it's pretty smooth. Like here, for instance, and like, the Werehog shows up, and it pretty much screws up the frame rate pretty drastically. Don't know why that is, considering the Hedgehog engine this is running on was developed for like 3 years. Yeah, look at that. That was a really big drop in frame rate.
Stretch.
Don't know why that is. Like, it's probably like way too detailed for the 360 or PS3 to handle or something. But I just find that hilarious because the Wii version doesn't have that problem. So I really don't understand. Like, the version they spent the most time developing had the most frame rate issues. Like, the Wii version had some, but there were none to really write home about. Like, oh, this is so bad, it needs to be mentioned in a review or something. No, not really. Like, this game really isn't too bad with that. I think I'm not sure which is worse. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say the PS3 is worse with the frame rate, but I'm not sure. I think this version tries to be at 60 frames. However, the 360 version is more stable in the sense that it doesn't drop frames nearly as much as I feel it does here. I could be wrong about that, but I kind of feel that's the case. Though it's nowhere near as bad as 06 gets. Like, that game gets slow when there's like 5 enemies on the screen. You saw the multiplayer footage, you saw the LP of the game, you know how bad that got, so, yeah. This is like such a huge breath of fresh air. Even the Werehog. I'm gonna say it now, I love the Werehog in this game. Well, love is pretty far-fetched, but I do enjoy the Werehog a lot. The level design for him is pretty cool. I like the change in gameplay style, because we haven't really had that for a while. And it's really well designed, I feel. For as ridiculous and over the top as it is, it's well developed, I think. Like, it doesn't feel broken, it doesn't feel like Silver's crappy game design or whatever, or level design as well, both of those things. And it's just so much better developed in general, both day and night gameplay styles.